have the audio back now. Okay. Huh. So the audio is bad. Wow. This is horrible. This is horrible. Okay, it's working now. The audio is bad. That's me listening to the audio, guys. That's me listening to the audio. I think we're good now. I think we're good now. It's hard to tell. This is horrible. Okay. All right, I think we're here now. I think we're here now. I'm going to steal your kneecaps. Steal my kneecaps. Steal my kneecaps. That's me listening to the audio. All right. All right. That's me listening to the audio. All right. So we got the audio back now. We got everything going now. Now we're good. We're good. We're good. I think we're good. I hope we're good. I pray we're good. I don't think we're good, but we'll see if we're good. There's no telling. Welcome back to the Just Jordane Show. I'm gonna pop through this. We're gonna pop through this show again. I know the shows have been sucking ass recently, and I've only been doing like one a week. I get way too frustrated with everything in life. Life is way too frustrating in general. Just period. Just in general. So it's hard to try to fucking keep up with this shit, especially whenever you have to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours trying to get the shit online, and you can't even get it online. But I digress. What am I going to do? You know I complain about this shit all the time. It gets annoying. It looked good. Michigan Girl, you guys on Instagram have to understand that it's a completely different system than YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and all that other good shit. Those are two different systems. This is directly hooked up to my phone. Everything else is hooked through the computer. So whenever you... Instagram always works. Sound always works. Everything works on Instagram. When we come over here to the YouTube, there's way more variables that can get messed up and discombobulated whenever it comes to the actual live stream going onto YouTube, Twitch, and all the other, the multi-stream, where the multi-stream is on. Oh, you're on Facebook. Well, then there you go. You will see on Facebook. It looks good, but the sound was gone. But now it looks like the sound is back, and we're good to go with the sound now. We'll see. I don't necessarily... It's hard for me to even have a good idea of how it's going to go because it gets complicated, guys. It gets complicated. But we do have some interesting news to go over tonight, and I may be back tomorrow. We'll see whenever I come back. I don't know. Maybe I'll never come back. And so we'll see. We got a couple of cool, interesting news stories going on today, and should be fun. Rip your shirt, power! I agree, Mills. I will, but I need this shirt because I've ripped already like 4 of them. I've already ripped 4 of them. You know, these shirts are great to wear for wrestling shows. You wear them to wrestling shows. They're like the Hulk Hogan shirt. You can just rip it like it's nothing, like it's nada. All right. I'm glad that we're here, though. We finally got it going. We're back on. I have to find some type of a solution for these damn live streams, because these damn live streams just keep falling apart, and it's so frustrating because I double check and I double check, and then even when I double check, it doesn't matter because the damn things Still don't work properly. None of it works properly. It's just so frustrating. It's like, God, man, like, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here? Now, I will have a lot of other things for us to be going through as the time goes on, as the weeks go on, as everything goes on, and you know everything goes the way that it goes. But we have a little bit of news stories. I'm going to go over one of the news stories. The Ghislaine Maxwell thing. She just got in trouble. She's going to go to jail for the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing. If you guys are familiar with that, you'll get an idea of that. And then the Alexa. I think I want to go over the Alexa story first because Alexa will be very fascinating because I know a lot of people who do have Alexa, and whenever it comes to these things that are coming out of the speakers now, you never know what exactly to expect. So Alexa told a 10-year-old to take a penny and put it into a socket. And you know what sockets do to pennies and to people, guys? It burns you up. It burns you up. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. But we're going to cover those two pieces of news. Oh, yes, rip your short. Goddess Sparrows, I rip my short all the time. I rip my short all the time. I'm trying not to ruin them too much right now, but, you know, it is what it is. What's up, Lori? How are you doing? Thank you for commenting onto the chat. What is up? What's going on, Lori? I hope that you've been all right. We've been all right. I've been doing good. I've been staying as busy as possible, doing our normal life stuff as we do. As we do. Let me get some. Wash that down now. Okay. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Now, I was thinking, how was your Christmas? My Christmas was really good. I had a good Christmas. How was yours, Michigan girl? Did you guys have a good Christmas? Did you guys have a good holiday? I do apologize. I haven't asked that question, but it is what it is. Brandon Barr, last time I've been to a wrestling show was in November. Well, hopefully you can get back out to a wrestling show, brother. I know that it's been a while. Since a lot of people have been able to enjoy wrestling because of the lockdowns, because of the COVID virus, because of the, what is that thing called? The Delta virus. It's not the Delta virus. It's the Alana virus. There was the COVID one was the first one. Then there was like the Delta variant. Omicron. Oh, Omicron's this one. Omicron. Thank you, Brandon. Brandon, thank you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. But you have to love the fact that if you do get vaccinated, you're probably still going to get it anyways. Does it matter? So does it matter? I know that the selling point from the companies who are selling us this information, and if you don't think that this stuff is being sold to us, please, guys, actually do pay attention to whenever they announce who their sponsors are, because Pfizer and Moderna, and sometimes Johnson & Johnson, more so Pfizer than anything, Pfizer and Moderna are something that's going to help you, something that's going to save you. Why would they have to market something like that? Why would they have to convince you to take it if you were going to die? It's almost like, hey, you're going to die, you should take this. But then you take it to a larger, you take it to another step to where it's like, okay, well, you may get sick, but you also may get everybody else sick, so now you have to take care of it. But if you're going to get sick, you're going to get everybody else sick, and if the vaccine doesn't work, what's the point of everything? It's almost like the virus is going to run through us as it was going to anyway, and there's not much that we could do. We could try to stop it as much as we can. We could try to curve. We could try to curve the curve, something like that. Whatever it is, 2 weeks to curve the curve or curve the spike or some shit like that. But hey, you know, all this being said, you know, we've all been dealing with it. We've all been as patient as we can be, and now it's just. I mean, is it getting old for anybody yet? Is it getting old for anybody yet? Is it getting old yet? You didn't give me a present. I did get you a present. You just haven't gotten it yet. I haven't gotten her a present. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not good at Christmas and holidays. Christmas and holidays are definitely my weakness. They're definitely my weakness. But it is what it is. You can't be mad about that. You can't be mad about that. All right. I'm going to IHTP, and then we'll get into our first story. And then we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about if you would like. But we're going to get into our first story. IHTP, let me BRB. We'll get back. Let everybody know that I will be right back. We will be talking about a few little stories in the news, and then we'll be chilling. All right, I will BRB, and then we will continue on. All right, we're back now. What is up, everybody? What's going on? What's up, Heather? How are you? Good to see you, Heather. I'm glad that you are doing well, and I hope that you've been having a good holiday. As we all are getting through it, and we're all getting ready for the new year. I hope you guys are ready for the new year. I'm gonna have to go through my stuff that I had wrote down last year and see if I accomplished anything. Pretty sure I didn't accomplish shit. Pretty sure I haven't accomplished shit in probably a fucking couple of years. Actually, I haven't been doing a goddamn thing. Fucking lazy, boring ass. Anyway, let's get on to the stories. Was it not put up? There we go. All right, cool. Now we got the Ghislaine Maxwell, and thank you so much, Rick, for liking the stream. I do appreciate that so much. And now, I thought that I already clicked on it. I guess I didn't. All right, here we go. Verdict for British former socialite, 60, marks dramatic conclusion to unexpectedly fast trial. Ghislaine Maxwell. You guys been paying attention to the Ghislaine Maxwell thing? Ghislaine Maxwell, however you would actually say her name. She was the Jeffrey Epstein friend, or Jeffrey Epstein lover, or Jeffrey Epstein something or other, who was helping him sexually abuse children for people who make a lot of money, apparently. I'm not super familiar with the story. I'm not super familiar with everything that's going on with it, but I do understand that there is a serious problem. There is a serious problem with this stuff. Human trafficking, child trafficking, sex trafficking, all of these things are horrendous dark sides of human life, of human society, human psychology, just humans in general. And it gets frustrating because a lot of people kind of play it off. Like the Jeffrey Epstein thing, I know people make jokes about how he was suicided, which you kill yourself, but you don't really kill yourself. But if those jokes are serious, if they were serious about it, like if they were more than jokes, you would look at it and then you would say, okay, well, we need to really, really look into the people who are looking at this. We need to look into that. We need to understand what is going on. Christopher Barclough, thank you, Christopher Barclough, for liking the stream. I do appreciate that very much. Here, I'm trying to, yeah, there we go. Get the screen in there for you. Brandon, I've been following the trial. Good. I've been following trial as well. It's been a lot harder for this trial. So, like on the Kyle Rittenhouse, you could watch like every single second of that dude's trial, but you have not. Now, this is a federal case too. So the federal cases are different, and they bring them out a little bit differently. So they do have different rules. So I guess I'm assuming you probably can't. Oops, sorry. I'm not apologizing to you. I'm apologizing to my fucking self. What's up, Sid? How are you? What's going on, Sid? Heather, how are you? Hey, I'm doing good. Good. I'm doing good. I'm doing great as well, Heather. Thank you so much. But it's hard to technically follow the trial because, like I was saying, the Kyle's trial, there was that Potter girl. And these are recent trials because I've been seeing some YouTube videos where the YouTube, there's like lawyers who are following the trials and they're watching it and they're calling bullshit. And everything's changing, guys. Everything's changing. You have to remember, like you think that like, okay, all this fake bullshit that people can put up, it's only going to be around for so long until other people start paying attention and are like, oh, hey, no, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And then they start pointing it out. It takes time for those levels to find each other, but everywhere, throughout history and throughout time, that's how people have been distinguishing themselves from each other the whole time anyway. And that's another thing that can get, as you get deeper with it, people genocide each other. And I mean, how many genocides have gone through human history, let alone chimpanzee history? Because you know chimpanzees like to kill they like to do what humans do. They're on the same track that humans are. In 100,000 years, 200,000 years, maybe chimps would be the apex predator if humans weren't already here. But we're already here. And we are those predators. But I'm going to try not to go off too much on my tangents. You guys know that I like to go off on my fucking wild tangents talking about everything. We'll stay on track and Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell right now. Ghislaine Maxwell. Christopher Barclough. Hey, buddy. Happy Hump Day. Tonight's show is presented by Judge Judy. Hey, this show is brought to you by Judge Judy. If I could get some of her views, I would be ecstatic. The British former socialite Ghislaine Maxwell was found guilty of sex trafficking in her Manhattan federal court trial on Wednesday afternoon. Fascinating, because this stuff is real life. This is real life. And also, I'm on The Guardian, guys. If you guys want to go to The Guardian and read along with me, we can. Maxwell, who's 60 years old, was arrested in July 2020, charged with the involvement in ex-boyfriend Jeffrey Epstein's sexual abuse of teenage girls, some as young as 14. Maxwell was convicted on 5 of the 6 charges she faced, so she missed one. In addition to sex trafficking, Maxwell was found guilty of conspiracy to entice individuals under the age of 17 to travel to interstate commerce with intent to engage in illegal sexual activity, conspiracy to transport individuals under the age of 17 to travel to interstate commerce and engage in illegal activity, and conspiracy to commit sex trafficking of individuals under age of 18, which sex trafficking is like, man, dude, like, Jesus Christ. You guys are getting dark, man. You guys are getting dark. Even these rich people do this shit. You would have thought it was just poor people. You would have thought, right? No, it's almost like humans are humans are humans. It's almost like, you know, we are what we are, no matter how intelligent, no matter what area we grew up in, no matter what the upbringing are, we are still wired to be humans. And humans are very malleable, we can be saints and then we can be devils. Humans are crazy. We're all in between, all of it. But that's what makes me love people. I love the fact that we have all of that stuff, except for the Jeffrey Epstein type stuff. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. Not a fan of that. I know I'm too familiar um, with the negative effects that that type of stuff has on people. Following the verdict, Damian Williams, the Manhattan U.S. attorney, said in a statement, a unanimous jury has found Ghislaine Maxwell guilty of one of the worst sex crimes imaginable, facilitating and participating in the sexual abuse of children, crimes that she committed with her longtime partner and co-conspirator, Epstein. The road to justice has been far too long, but today justice has been done. Even though Homeboy couldn't find his justice, he had to kill himself beforehand, if he did. I want to commend the bravery of the girls, now grown women, who stepped out of the shadows and into the courtroom. Williams also said, their courage and willingness to face their abuser made this case and today's result possible. And the thing is, it's like when you are young, when you're so young, invulnerable, it's so much easier for someone to manipulate you into believing that they are someone that you'll have a hard time sticking up to, that they have everything figured out, and if you were to say something, no one would believe you. And you know what the sad part is? A lot of victims of statutory rape, regular rape, victims from all over definitely face kickback. Thank you for liking the stream. They definitely face kickback. They definitely explain what happened, but if that person does not have a reputation, but they have an okay reputation, they've done a good job of hiding their shit, how do you even have that conversation? How do you even have that conversation? It's very, very complicated. All of this stuff is very, very complicated and very, very tough. But there's not much you can do. You have to continue on. You have to continue on. Dorothy Washington, what's up, Vast Tech? Oh, right on. And then a Russian name is spamming. Cool. Russian person is spamming. And then Dorothy said something about a tech. But Dorothy, you got to say something else before I believe that you are an actual person. As the verdict was read, Maxwell appeared to remain expressionless and looked forward. When Judge Allison Nathan finished reading the verdict, Maxwell poured herself a cup of water from a bottle of water that was in front of her and took a drink. Nathan asked the jurors whether the verdict was unanimous. A microphone was passed from juror to juror who all agreed that it was. One of Maxwell's lawyers, Jeffrey Paglia, patted Maxwell on the back. Oh, good for him. Good for him. Patting, you know. How do you be a lawyer, first of all, man? First of all, how do you be a lawyer? You got to defend this? You got to defend this? And you know, most of the time, a lot of lawyers have a good idea of what's going on. They have an idea of if their person is guilty or not. Ugh, you got to defend that? I hope you're proud of yourself. Jeez. After Nathan dismissed the jury, another one of Maxwell's lawyers, Bobby Sternheim, asked whether the judge could help arrange for Maxwell to get a booster shot for COVID-19. Oh, God, can't we just kill the bitch? When Maxwell left the courtroom, how many lives has she ruined? At least four. At least four. She glanced quickly at her siblings, who were seated in front of her gallery. Maxwell faces up to 65 years in prison when sentenced. Ooh, too bad she's not going to get all that, huh? Epstein, a convicted sex offender and presumed billionaire, counted Prince Andrew and former Bill Clinton and Donald Trump as cronies before killing himself in New York jail 2019, about a month after his sex trafficking arrest. And I know, guys, you like your teams. You like your Donald Trumps, or you like your Bill Clintons, or you like your Hillary Clintons, or you like your Bidens, or you like your fucking, what the fuck the old guy's name was that got screwed over? Bernie. You're a Bernie bro. You're a fucking Trumpster. You're all this shit, and it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. They're all hanging out with each other. They're all hanging out with fucking pedophiles. They're actually hanging out with pedophiles. They're actually doing that, guys. Both sides. Both sides. Both sides, you know? God Emperor Trump, who fucking couldn't even get a fucking second term. Yeah, he's so fucking impressive, right? He was hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. Bill Clinton, fucking trumpet playing loser, douchebag. I mean, he's a loser. I called him a loser. He's the fucking president of the United States. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're all fucking losers. They're all put into these positions. They all know what they're doing. It's an oligarchy, guys. It's an oligarchy. Sydney with a good comment said, we all knew this would come to an end. I'm so glad. Ugh, I can't even. They took so damn long. Imagine how many sick-ass people are out there doing this. Check out the Cleveland case. Crazy as shit. You just never know who you are surrounded by. That is the exact point. And that's a huge point, actually, Sydney. That's actually a huge point. You need to watch your children. You need to watch all the young ones in your life, even if they're not your children, even if they're your nephew or nieces. You need to look out for them, because majority of sexual assaults, a majority of the rape type situations that happen to people happen to someone. It happens to someone, but it's coming from someone who is either in the family or close to the family. And I have had history in my family where I talked to certain relatives and they told me things that happened to them in the past that made me realize that I was not looking at things properly. And that was one of the hardest pills for me to take, was realizing that everything that I had thought was wrong, and that I was wrong. I was it's not the fact that I was wrong, but it was the fact that I didn't know, and I wasn't aware of the type of trauma that was happening to these relatives. And there was nothing that you can't do anything looking back on it. So I had a hard time dealing with the feelings. And you guys know how this show is. Look, we haven't been on in a while. We're back on, and now here we are. We're with the serious shit. We always go with the serious shit, because why not? Epstein. I already did that one because I shit on him having... Look, it's everybody, guys. It's everybody. It's not just one side or the other. Like, you know, like I am not getting into the politics of bullshit, because I think it's all bullshit. I think it's all everybody's trying to placate different personality types so that they can try to deadlock the personality types into not getting along, into stopping actual progress for them to happen, but progress for the people who are running things are still going to have progress, but you're not going to have progress, because that's not going to happen for you, because you have to be careful. What's up, Party Marty, brother? How are you, man? Party Marty's up in the chat now. We're over here hanging out, baby. Going good, Marty. Going good, man. Going good. We're talking about the Ghislaine Maxwell trial right now. We're finishing it up. The verdict marks a dramatic conclusion to an unexpectedly fast-moving trial. Proceedings were originally expected to take at least 6 weeks. Prosecutors called 24 witnesses over 10 days, and the defense attorneys called 9 witnesses over 2 days. Prosecutors said that Maxwell preyed on vulnerable young girls, manipulated them, and served them up to be sexually abused by Epstein. There were 4 accusers in this case. Jane, Kate, Caroline, whatever. We don't need to know the names. I'm sure they're fake names anyway, but Happy New Year, Party Marty. Happy New Year, brother. Jane testified that she was 14 in 1994 when Epstein started to sexually abuse her, and that sometime Maxwell was present during the abuse. At times, Maxwell participated in the abuse. There were hands everywhere. Jane recalled an encounter with Epstein when she was 15 and 16. Kate testified that she met Maxwell in Paris, around 1994. At age 17, Maxwell extended a tea invitation to her London townhouse. Shortly after they met, she introduced Kate to Epstein, at a subsequent meeting. Several weeks later, Maxwell called Kate and said Jeffrey was meant to get a massage, but the massage therapist had canceled. Could I do her a favor and come over because I had strong hands? That's such a weird thing to say, and of course a kid's going to be like, yeah, sure, I have strong hands, please. I have strong hands. Kate testified that Maxwell led her upstairs where Epstein was wearing a robe. Maxwell closed the door, leaving them alone. Epstein initiated sexual contact. Kate saw Epstein a few times annually over the next several years. Party Marty. They should throw him in jail and throw the keys away. That's what I'm saying, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It looks like she's going to get out eventually. Carolyn said she went to Epstein's house over 100 times from the ages of 14 to 18, and I do believe that. Yes, that it's weird, I think, too. Yeah, very weird, right, bro? Very weird. Almost like there's some bullshit afoot. Almost like there's some bullshit afoot. Caroline said that she went to Epstein's house over 100 times from the ages of 14 to 18 and testified about physical encounter with Maxwell while setting up a massage table. I was getting fully nude, and she came in and felt my boobs and my hips and my buttocks and said that I had a great body for Mr. Epstein and his friends. She said that I had a good body type, Caroline said. Annie Farmer, the only accuser to testify under her full name rather than a pseudonym or first name. Oops, sorry, guys, I shouldn't have said her name. Testified Maxwell gave her nude massage when she was 16 at Epstein's New Mexico ranch. Farmer met Epstein in 1995 when she traveled to visit her sister, Maria, in New York City. Maria worked as a fine art painter for Epstein. Annie didn't want to go. Epstein had touched her hand when they went to a movie in New York, but felt better knowing a woman, Maxwell, would be there. Following an excursion into town, Maxwell said she'd teach Annie to give Epstein a foot massage. Then Maxwell said she wanted Annie to have the experience of a professional massage. She said to get undressed and get under the sheet on the massage table, and I did, Annie said, saying a table was set up in the room where she was staying. She pulled the sheet down and exposed my breasts and started rubbing them and blah, blah, blah. You guys get the details. You get the details. She was felt guilty. Let's see here. She said get undressed under the sheet and then started, and that was it. That was the end of the article. Okay, well, she found guilty, guys. She's found guilty. Doesn't say how long. I'm sure there's probably a lot of people who would be mad about her getting out. Let's see. She was found guilty, but I wonder how long she was found guilty for. That's what I want to know. I want to know how long she was found guilty for, guys, because I don't believe her. I don't trust him. Party Marty. Probably all the girls could have kicked his butt. The hotel, though. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they probably could have. Probably could have. This is so disgusting. At 16, ugh. I mean, if their age ends in teen at the end, she's too young for you, bro. Yeah, way too young. Way too young. Way too young. There's a documentary on Netflix, crazy shit. I'm just waiting on what Hollywood stars are involved. Yeah. Well, we definitely know the politicians. There's a bunch of pictures of them hanging out and everything. So, and he was a socialite, so he was into that type of stuff. So you do have to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know. He don't seem very trustworthy to me. In my book, I don't think he's very trustworthy. I think you probably have somebody who's going to break the law. Probably. All right. Now, we're talking about this and, you know, the fun things. Here, let's see here. Get this over a little bit. I'm just trying to get this working properly, so. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, that's the wrong spot, guy. That's the wrong spot. Bring me back. Bring me back to where I was. Where was I? Where was I? No. No, 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 no. I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this. Is it gone? Jesus fucking Christ, dude. This just is what it is. Like, guys, I can't, the technical bullshit that you have to deal with doing this stuff, man, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like not even fucking working. None of this shit's working. All right. I'm going to try one more time. One more time. God. I can't even find it. I can't even find it, guys. Ghislaine, Jeffrey, Ghislaine. Channel. No, it's gone now. It's gone. All right. We'll see if we can find it. We'll see if we can find it. Sounds like he broke the law so many times with that story. My puppy trying to steal all my chips on me, Luna. My puppy being a big pig. I like puppy. Puppies are pigs, though. You got to let the puppies be the pigs. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Alexa tells a 10-year-old to put a penny in the wall. So here, this was the story that I was wanting to cover a little bit. Oh no, come back. Alexa tells 10-year-old girl to touch live plug with... Oh, come on. Did that really just happen? Alexa tells 10-year-old girl to touch live plug with penny. You will find it the story. I will find it in the story. Definitely. Definitely, Party Marty. 100%, brother. 10-year-old. All right. Here we are. Amazon has updated its Alexa voice assistant after it challenged a 10-year-old girl to touch a coin to the prongs of a half-inserted plug. The suggestion came after the girl asked Alexa for a challenge to do. Plug in a phone charger about halfway into the wall outlet, then touch a penny to the exposed prongs, the smart speaker said. That's got to be a fucking huge error. Amazon said it fixed the error as soon as the company became aware of it. It doesn't seem like something that the computer would create. That seems like something that somebody would put in there to fuck with people. That's what that seems like. The girl's mother, Kristen Livdahl, described the incident on Twitter. She said, "We were doing some physical challenges like lying down and rolling over, holding a shoe on your foot. From a physical education teacher on YouTube earlier, bad weather outside, she just wanted another one. That's when the Echo speaker suggested partaking in a challenge that it had found on the web." The dangerous activity known as the penny challenge. Are we surprised? There's a penny challenge. Are we surprised? There is a penny challenge, guys. The dangerous activity known as the penny challenge began circulating on TikTok and other social media websites about a year ago. Metals conduct electricity, and inserting them into live electrical sockets can cause electrical shocks, fires, and other damage. Go figure. I know you can lose fingers, hands, and arms, Michael Klusker, station manager at Carlisle East Fire Station, told the newspaper on Yorkshire 2020. The outcome from this is that someone will get seriously hurt. Go figure. Party Marty, she might get electrocuted. Go figure, right? You would think that would be kind of the obvious. Miss Livdahl tweeted that she intervened, yelling, "No, Alexa, no!" However, she said her daughter was too smart to do something like that. Thank the Lord God. Amazon told the BBC in a statement that it had updated Alexa to prevent the assistant recommending such activity in the future. Customer trust is at the center of everything we do, and Alexa is designed to provide accurate, relevant, and helpful information to customers. As soon as we became aware of this error, we took swift action. Did they though? Did they take swift action? What was their swift action? What was their swift action? What was it? What was it? Brandon Barr. Thankfully, I'm the youngest in my family. Good for you, Brandon Barr. Good for you, Bubba. Good for you. Getting through it, man. You're getting through it. That's all that we can do, right? That's all that we can do is we can try to get through it as to the best of our abilities. Yeah, that was fucking kind of the shits. Wasn't that interesting of a story at all, actually. That ended up being kind of a boring-ass story. Hell no, I will not do the penny challenge at all. Why not, Party Marty? You sure you don't like the party? You don't like the party like this? Why is my battery dying? My battery's dying, but I have it plugged in. Or at least I thought I had it plugged in. Maybe it's unplugged now. All right. Well, either way, that's okay. We're finishing up our show here. I'm going to be posting some more videos more often. We will be having more often videos. And I'll jump in there with Party Marty, see what's up with Party Marty in a minute. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have a great night. I'm going to jump off here.